to start our defensive progression. We start defensive progression with partner drills as well. So the first one we're going to do is collapse. It's a ball just hit straight down right in front of you, and they just drive. It's like a double knee forward, collapse right in front of them. And then we're going to do a shin down to the side, each side, and then we're going to work on dive and row out in front. Okay. So the first one looks like this, just straight in front. And you want to make sure your partner throws with some pace. You throw it out in front of them. And so, let's watch Kinsey. She wants to cover some area with this collapse. So she's driving her knees forward. Stay down there one time. See where she finishes out in front? Instead, a lot of kids want to finish back here. This is not where we want to finish. We want to continue to finish out in front every single time. So drive forward, finish in front. Very good. You want to make sure you play the ball first and then finish the move. So it's almost like the ground is making your platform break. Now this is exaggerated a bit because it's slower, but this is what it looks like. So on the collapse, a lot of times what kids will do is they'll already be going to their knees before they've even played the ball. We want to make sure we play first, and then we drive to our knees. And we also, this seems like it's a hard move because it's going to hurt your knees. Don't be hesitant to hit the ground, because as soon as you get used to this, hitting the floor makes it much easier, and so you're more likely to do it in games. And make sure when you're training this, you also want to keep going. If it's a ball she doesn't really need to finish on, you want to go ahead and exaggerate the move and finish every time. That way it becomes easy in game situations. They're doing it no matter what. Or on the proper balls. Switch. Now we're moving to the shin down part of the progression. This is a ball that's outside your body, but it's not far enough for a dive roll, and it's a quicker ball. So you won't even have that much time to take a step. You go right outside. You want to get your platform out early, and then finish back around, Molly. So finish, there you go. See how she finishes back to her target forward? That's what we want. So you play outside your body, but you finish straight back to your target. Very good. Again, make sure we play the ball first, then we finish our move. Get your platform out early, play the ball, let the ground finish your move. Nice. Good, Mackenzie. And make sure we're finishing out in front more. Go again, Kenzie. Very good. Stay there. Out in front like this. We don't want to be back in here, or even like this. We don't want to be like that. Finish the move all the way. Nice, Molly. Very good. That's okay. Good, Malls. Nice. Good. Platform out. Finish. Good. Drive back up to Kinsey every time. Drive. Nice. Good. A lot of times what kids will have problems on this, switch, go ahead and switch, is a lot of kids aren't going to be strong enough to kind of finish around the ball. But even if you go slower, you want to keep finishing, driving back up to your partner every single time. So when they're younger, you might have to slow this drill down and just make them go through the moves maybe without a ball. And then you can progress into with the partner, and then even progress it further into where the coach is hitting it at them. Very good. The next step of the progression is going to be the dive row progression. So the coach just starts out in front of them, tosses the ball out in front of them like it would be a hard-driven ball, and they're just going to step forward and dive roll through it. Ready? Nice, Molly. Good. So let's hold our base, no shuffle, just one step, go. One step, perfect. And make sure we finish the ball high, up in the air. We want to get out over their knee. Both of them are doing a really good job when they step forward. Go ahead and step forward. And they're getting out over that knee and then extending and finishing all the way out. And then they finish their row. So we want to make sure we're not hitting our knees on this drill, because that's improper technique. Nice, Molly. Again, play the ball first, then finish your move. Very good. Play, finish. Make sure we get this ball up in the air. So we want our setter to get her hands on it. So for younger kids, when you're working with 12, 13-year-olds, they might not be strong enough to push out of this. So when she pushes here, they might not be strong enough, so they're going to go to that knee. You want to make sure you slow it down for them. So if they go without the ball a couple times, they step and they push, make sure, and then finish on the row. So watch here when you push out of it. See where her shoulders are out over that knee and the platform's out in front? This is where you're going to dig a lot of balls rather than down in here. Get down in that, because you don't want your platform back. You want it out in front, and then here she pushes through and turns. As soon as she plays that ball, she's going to turn and land on her bottom or her side, and then finish with the row. Nice. And see, they get up so fast. They tuck this, the leg they step with is the one they're going to get up with. So they tuck that knee and they get up quickly. So then they can go cover after this. Nice. So let's slow a roll down real quick. So we go here, slow a roll down, perfect. So see how she go again? So roll, she rolls, brings that knee up, plants her foot, and hops up. Let's go a couple. Plant your foot, get up. Plant your foot. Very good, Ken. Nice. Plant your foot, get up. Good. The next part of the progression is a little more advanced. You probably wouldn't, you would do this with more advanced kids, 14s and ups probably, but we're going to do the same thing, dive and row we just did, but we're going to toss outside their body, so they're going to play the ball on this angle, but they're going to finish back towards the net rather than rolling sideways out of this, okay? So we're going to toss it to the side, play, and then she finishes forward to the net. Play, nice. Make sure we set our angle, just like we do passing, free balls, anything. Set our angle first, push through, and back to the net. Angle, play first, finish through the ball. Very good. Make sure we set that angle and extend, push off that knee, push forward. Now typically what you're going to see, Molly, do this incorrectly, you're going to see a lot of kids do this, and they're just going to go off to the court to the side. And the way to remedy that is when you make this step, so you step out to the side without a ball, you make this play on the ball, and you really drive forward on that ball. So that's why this is a little bit for more advanced kids, because come back. It's for a little bit more advanced kids, because when they get in this step here, a lot of them don't have that strength to drive back forward. But it's better if you train them at a younger age to do it correctly. And when they get older, it's easier for them to Now, typically what you're going to see, do it incorrectly here. You're going to see a lot of kids make this move, and they just continue to finish outside the court. And what you're going to do to fix that problem is when they make that step, they really drive that ball, that leg back to the net. Go again, out the ball. You're going to, from here, you're going to drive forward on that play, rather than just continuing going out there. And that's why I say it's for a little more advanced, because a lot of kids don't have that strength in their quads yet. But if you teach them at a younger age, it's going to be better for them. So out to the side, drive forward. Nice. Make sure we play that ball in front of us and drive forward. Play it in front, forward. Nice. Push through. Good, Kinsey. Play first, finish move. Nice. Push. I'm going to challenge you. Very good, Molly. Same thing. Out. Drive. Nice, Kins. Keep driving that up to me, up to me. Very good. Back to the net every time. Yes, Kinsey, great move.
Some key components of what Sarah was working with her players on was the angle of the spine. And notice how we're doing the collapse dig. The angle of the spine starts and stays pretty much the same. What the players do is drop their hips and then drive forward under the ball. So many players will bend over at the waist and change the angle of the spine. And then notice how the elbows and wrists curl under the ball as the body drives forward. In the next clip, where she's doing the shin down dig, notice how they still big step out, try to get the ball at their midline or inside their knees. But then notice as they contact the ball, how they pivot and rotate their platform, their hips, and their shoulders back to the center of the court or the target area. As we go through the dive roll, big step forward, and they're contacting the ball in front of them. And again, notice how they've dropped their hips. A real important thing is push off that front leg. So many players will drop to the knee. These players push forward off the front leg. And then another key point is they turn their knee in and keep extending. So again, so many players land on their knee. So turn your knee in, keep extending that arm out, rotate to the back. Notice how that arm's still extended. And then she's going to tuck her knee and then just rotate over her hips, and then we'll get back onto her feet. So again, drop, big step, drop the hips, keep driving forward, and then turn that knee in, rotate to your back, and then notice how easy it is for her to pop back up to her feet. The same move when we go laterally. Big step to the side, she drives forward, contacts the ball well in front of her body, but then again she's going to rotate that knee in towards the midline, extends out under the ball, and then we'll drive and rotate over to her back. Great demonstration by Sarah, and these players did a wonderful job of demonstrating proper skills.